So, my people, welcome to this Pidgin edition of Public Sector Account. Yes, this na the read along video tutorial. The whole essence na to break down the oríṣiríṣi oyinbo wey dey with them. You know say you dey prepare for your ICAN exam and you wan write public sector, oya na the station be this. And if you know say eventually this tutorial will help you, now the thing wey you go just do be say you go just help me like am and share, click the like button and click the bell icon wey dey your screen. Na the only thing wey you owe me be that. You no kukuma ask for anything apart from that one from now. So this na the chapter 1. If your study pack dey with you, just open am down, dey read along. As I dey read, I go dey explain how your public account you dey manage am or dem no dey manage am. You go dey read am chapter by chapter. My name na Father Ayola. Now, the content of this one, after the introduction, you go see the objective of public sector accounting. Objective, when dem say something na wetin be the objective, wetin be the reason why we need public account, what are the reason, that's the objective, and why the thing take dey there, na the objective be that. Then you go come go to users of public account information. After dem don prepare all this account, who be the people wey need the information gangan? Who wan read am? Wetin you wan use the information do? The users, me and you and your grandpa, your grandma, your popsi and your momsi, your brothers and sisters, the guys wey dey for the accounting world, or the journalists, or investors. Investors na people wey go bring money wey wan start business, no let dem do too much drama and bamboozle. Those are the people wey go need the accounting information. Then we go go to the constitutional and regulatory framework of public sector accounting. Wetin the Nigerian constitution talk? How the constitution talk say make we dey use the public account? We go read am. Then we have concepts and principles applicable to public sector accounting and finance. Basis of public sector accounting, funding principle, comparison between public sector accounting and private sector accounting. No deceive yourself o. No be as you dey do your account for your shop or for your office, na so dem go do account for public o. You go take know all these things. But make we read this introduction first. I go dey read am, then dey interpret am the same way, so that all these things you go fit enjoy am and understand am. But I get one disclaimer o. Abeg, I use God beg you. If you go write Pidgin English for your exam, na Oyo you dey o. You dey on your own. How you go go write Pidgin for you? This one na just read along for explanatory purpose. Some of una go just do copy and paste until you come copy the voice now sef, stamp am inside your answer book. No go write Pidgin for your exam o. If you no sabi your English, go learn English for adult education. This read along is strictly for educational and explanatory purpose, to break down wetin dey inside the book. All of us na Naija we dey. Nobody wey no understand Pidgin. Some people don read the English don tire, all these things don tire am because too much grammar. English no be our papa language o. But once I break am down, you go know how to put am for your correct English. That's if you go school. Introduction. Dem say the simple definition of public sector is all organization. That's all the agency o, parastatal organizations o wey government set up. So all organizations, na im be the meaning of all organizations. Ministry o, parastatals o, you understand? Na dem be the organization. All which are not, as you dey see, they are not privately owned which mean say no be one man get am. No be say na my papa go use the money set up the business, or na my mama get the money set up the business. No be PLC, no be limited liability company. Dis one na public sector. So dey say which are not privately owned and operated. So no be say one man go just wake up one day talk say e no like your face, sack you. Mba o, you no fit do dat one for public sector. Make I continue. But which are established, run and financed by government on behalf of the public. So na government establish am, na government set am up, na your governor set am up, na your president set am up. If possible, your local government chairman sef, in conjunction with the local government, na dem set am up. So it is meant for the public. Their services is restricted to the public. We'll continue. This definition conveys the idea that the public sector consists of organizations which control lies in the hands of the public. The control lies in the hands of the public. Because this public sef you go take understand wetin dem mean. But no be say na one man or one guy from obodo oyibo come set up the business. No, this one na public, because the money wey dem go use set am up sef na from the public purse dem dey comot am. As opposed to private owned, and those objectives involves the provision of services where profit making is not a primary objective. As you can see, I talk am say no be limited liability company, no be PLC. Public sector agencies, parastatals and ministries, MDAs and departments, dem no dey look for profit at all. No be say at the end of the month dem go declare profit after tax, or after profit dem wan declare dividends. Mba o. Public sector entities no dey do dat kind thing. Their main reason, the main reason, as you can see, whose objective involve provisions of services. Their role na to provide service. Dem no talk say free of charge, you go pay money. But if company limited, company ABC limited or company ABC PLC dey collect 50 naira, it is expected that the same agency under the government, public sector, go dey collect like 20 naira or 22 naira 50 kobo or 19 naira 70 kobo. Dem go provide services where profit making is not a primary objective. Primary objective, if you go primary school, you know say na the time wey you start school for life be dat. The primary objective na the growing up, the beginning of time, the beginning of life. Na be the primary objective. So public sector no be private entity o, no be say dem wan make money. Dat the main objective na to provide services, and profit is not the koko. Full stop. Performance measurement in the public sector is hindered by lack of profit motive, multiple objectives and presence of intangible services whose benefits are difficult to quantify. Now we go too deep for dat one. Accounting generally is a scientific study in which records of expenditure and income of the company, individuals or government are kept, coupled with other useful information for planning, decision making and control. For those of you wey obviously now suppose don dey do account, if you look at the definition of accounting, you go know say accounting is all about record keeping. Dat record keeping is for you to keep record the plus and minuses of the money wey you dey expense, record of expenditure and the money wey dey come in, income of the company. No be only company, individual, dat barber, dat tailor, dem dey use time dey keep small small account even though their book you go get as e dey sometimes. And also government. So why you dey keep all dis record? For documentary reason, so dat in later time you can look at your record and make appropriate decision and control. When they talk say control, mean say along the way some things no work out the kind way you want make e work out, or you no make the kind profit wey you suppose make. So you go come think back, look yourself, readjust yourself, put some checks and balances. Na im dem dey call control. Full stop. Government accounting on the other hand is composite activities of analyzing, recording, summarizing, reporting and interpreting financial transactions of government ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, full stop. As you can see, dis one na the definition of accounting. The difference wey dey there be sey dem come put government accounting join, but na still the same activity of analyzing. Accountant go analyze, accountant go record, keep record, accountant go summarize the record wey dem don analyze and record. Dem go summarize am for people like you and I to understand wetin dem dey talk about. Dem go report am, dem go talk, dem go tell am make people hear, reporting, and interpret wetin dem don use their hand write, interpretation. Dis one no be interpretation wey dey interpret speaking in tongues o. Dis one na interpretation of the figures wey dem don write. The financial transaction of government MDAs. When dem talk say financial transaction, that's the expenditure and income. As money dey enter and as dem dey spend am, dem must do wetin? Dem must analyze am. Especially for MDA, government, ministry, department and agency. It is clear from dis description that the government, like any business organization, to give account of its activities to various stakeholders. Dem don talk say Adam 2004 you no need all dis one, make I dey waka, make I move forward. The above definition share some features with universally accepted definition of financial accounting. Make I talk dat one. Accounting is universal, whether in government, private or public, limited liability, I don talk dat one. Na everywhere you need account. When dem say accounting is universal, nowhere wey you go go wey no go need account. Even if you no get money employ account, you go get one exercise book wey you go dey use record the amount wey dey come in and the amount wey dey go. Okay o, you be barber o, you dey barb hair, 500 naira per head. NEPA take light, you go buy petrol. Now wey dem don comot subsidy now, dat petrol now 550 naira, 620 naira per litre. So you wey dey buy 1200 naira for 4 litre, now you go dey spend up to like 2500 naira to fill 1 gallon. You go record am, na part of your expenses be dat one. Especially when you go buy all dis generator, better pass my neighbor generator. You go expense. If dat generator give you wahala, you go call mechanic wey go come repair, na expenditure. And it's based on the amount wey you dey make. That's why you go go do night vigil, do gbogbo to see say make God give you your daily bread. But if you no do dat one, the kind expenses wey dey Nigeria nowadays, so make I continue there, make I no too talk, make dem no think say I dey one political party. So shey you understand dis aspect? Let's move on. So dem say basically public finance is the study of the role of government in the economy. You know some things dey wey be say for textbook purpose, follow textbook. For exam purpose, the thing wey dem write for the textbook, write am for dem for exam. I no wan deviate at all. So public finance is the study of the role of government in the economy. And you know wetin government be, you know wetin economy be. If you no know wetin government be, I no go talk say make you go read government, you don pass dat level. But economy, if you no do economics, why you come dey do ICAN now? You go know dat one. But jokes apart, public finance is the study of the role of government in the economy. Wetin be the position of government for dis economy? Dem comot dis, dem comot palliative, dem bring subsidy, dem bring palliative, comot subsidy. Na the role of government in the economy. It is the definitive branch of economics which assesses revenue and expenditure of public authorities and the adjustment of one or the other to achieve a desirable effect and avoid undesirable ones. So let's read objective of public sector accounting, the OBJ of public sector accounting. As I talked earlier, when they talk say objectives, wetin be the reason, wetin be your purpose, wetin you wan achieve, na im be the objective. Why you dey there, wetin you bring to the table, na im be the objective. So the main objective of public sector accounting are as follows: A, determining the legitimacy of transactions and their compliance with the status and accepted norms. Oh, dis oyibo no go kill us o. Person go read dis one, fit read am 10 times before the thing go enter im brain. Determining the legitimacy of transactions and their compliance with the status and accepted norms. Cool am down. When dem say legitimacy, we mean something wey dey legit, wey dey accurate, wey dey correct. Dat one na legitimacy. Transaction ngbanu, transaction na the thing, the buying and selling, the income and expenditure, the in and out of how money, you understand now, dey circulate, dey rotate, dey motivate. Dat one na transaction. And their compliance with the status. Status na law. As you dey spend dis money, you dey follow the law. You sure say na the thing wey the law, the constitution talk say make you do, na im you dey do, na im be status. Then accepted norms. Norms na character, culture, behaviour, general public pattern, na im be norms. So once you don see dis one, you go know say determine the legitimacy o, dats the authenticity, the accuracy of the money transaction wey you don spend or as you dey spend am, as you wan spend am, and their compliance as dey dey in compliance with the law of the land, na im be the norms. So make we read the rule about wey dey here. Public sector disbursement should accord with the provisions of the Appropriation Act and financial regulation. So e get wetin dem dey call Appropriation Act and financial regulation. No miss am o, those are the points. There should be due authorization of all payments so as to avoid misappropriation. B, providing evidence of stewardship. E go show say na true you dey work. Providing evidence, e go show. Mr. Lagbaja or Senator Tamegu or Mr. DG of Nigeria Airways or Director of Finance, provide us evidence of the way you don manage the account of the public entity. That's providing evidence of stewardship. Stewardship means servicing or services or work you don do. Na im be stewardship. That's what stewardship means. Say the work wey you dey do. The act of rendering stewardship is being able to account transparently and diligently. Transparently be say everything dey open. You dey see everything in toto. You know na when some things dey transparent, maybe the curtain for your window dey transparent, you fit see through am now. Or you see somebody wey wear transparent cloth, make I no talk pass dis one, you go see everything wey dey behind am now. So you no get skeleton for your cupboard, na im be transparently. And diligently. Diligently be say you dey do am sepe. Diligent. You're up to the task for resources entrusted. Government and public sector officers are obliged to display due diligence and sense of probity in the collection and disposal of public funds. Probity, which means say dem fit come check you out anytime to probe as you dey spend the money. You know say e get some people wey go just dey beef you, dey gbadole you. Dem don make you director of one ministry now. Dem come see say within 2 months you don SUV. Dem go probe you o. You just dey see petition left, right and center. Yes, na you are a public officer. You must make account of the money wey dem give you to expense. How you take spend am, you go come explain yourself. Or else you do anyhow, you say anyhow. See, assisting planning and control. When dem say planning, planning na long term process for putting things in place. Control, the ways, the checks and balances you put in place so that activity for your organization no go dey do jagajaga. The future is full of risk and uncertainty. Therefore, mapping out strategic plans prevents an organization from drowning in the tide. Plans of action provide the focus of activities which are being pursued. The unforeseen circumstances is built into plans so as to prevent or at least reduce appropriate corporate failures. Public sector establishments should act in accordance with the mandate theory of governance. Control measures are adjust to skillful planning. They assist in avoiding unnecessary deviation from the pursuit of original objectives. Skillful planning and control. D. Ensuring objective and timely reporting to the purpose for the job and the quickness, the sharpness wey you go report the information wey you need now, no be sey you go dey release am next year. Dis one na the thing wey dey kill most of dis government agency. Dem no even dey send you. Who you be? What are you? Why are you? Where are you? But here now, the book talk say to ensure objective and timely reporting, users of public sector accounting information are anxious to bridge their knowledge gap on government activities. E therefore treasure prompt, sharp, kpakpa and accurate. The thing must dey clear, accurate statistics to evaluate government performance. E. Evaluating the cost incurred and benefit deriving. So you go read all dis ones, dey plenty. I don talk sey no be everything I go dey read. You sef read the remaining one make I dey sharp. No get na saliva I dey use, na water I dey drink, my body sef. You go see me so I don dey sweat sef. But make we continue. Users of public sector accounting. Who be the people wey dey use dis information? All dis reporting, analyzing, gbogbo users. Make I just inform you sey it is very important because e get some people wey be sey dem dey rely on dis authentic information, dis accuracy, dis information wey government dey give out so dat dem go determine whether dem go fit do business with your government or dem go fit pally with your government. Sometimes you go hear state like Lagos state go talk say im wan do PPP, public private participation, and dem go create the enabling environment, but you make you bring money make you come do business, join business with government. Now dat thing good, but before government go fit do dat kind thing, the private sector or people, lenders go wan know wetin dis government dey make or how dem dey keep their records. Dis government dey reliable so? Dem dey trustworthy? Dem dey make money? If dis government wan borrow money from bank now, the bank go wan dey sure say IDR, internally generated revenue, e go fit cover dis loan wey dem wan borrow so? The capital project, dem wan build bridge, dem wan do road, dem wan build barracks, dem wan build police station, dem wan build hospital, government wan borrow money, dem go say make you bring your record make we check am, make we scrutinize am. Users. Financial journalist wey dem go just dey talk oríṣiríṣi oyinbo, dey give you financial jargons for TV. Say the IDR and GDP is 7.7%, the lending kini kan gbogbo. No be jargons per se o, na financial analysis o. Those are the users. Den you wey dey read am sef, you need to gather information so dat if you wan contest for contract now, you go know the angle wey you go take enter. Many things. So who are the users of public sector accounting information? There are people like you and I, but we go break am down because they dey categorized. The accounting process provides financial data for a broad range of individuals or organizations who whose objectives vary widely. Two primary users of public sector accounting information are the internal users, people wey dey inside, and the external users, people wey dey outside. Each group uses accounting information differently now and require the information to be presented differently now. Before nko, now make we look the people wey dey inside, internal users. They are users within the executive arm of public sector entity who use public sector accounting information. Dis group are made of, when dem talk say executive, see am, number one, your presido, Mr. President, your governor, the local government chairman. These are the executive head. When dem hear executive, chief executive officer, na im be dem. Den follow by the federal ministers and state commissioners, especially those ministers wey you go see say dey appoint, senate go do meeting with dem oo, dey go screen dem gbogbo dem dey do am for house of assembly too, state house of assembly, state commissioners, federal ministers. Top administrator of government departments, permanent secretaries and directors, all those DG, DG NIN, DG NIMASA, DG EFCC, all those ones dey executive arm. Chief executive of government business entities. When you hear government business entities, these are separate entities, business entities. Those ones na dem dey make money for government. No be say to an ex ten t dem dey make profit per se, but dem dey make revenue. Na dem government set up so dat dem go dey bring some kind gbogri, change enter the system. Shey you understand? You see am, Central Bank, Security and Exchange Commission, Nigerian Port Authority, all these people dem dey, na revenue generating entity dem be. Subordinate who oil the wheels of administration, the organized labour union in the public sector. So these are all internal users. External users, exterior, external guys, people wey just dey wey go dey garu, wey get long throat, just dey stretch neck from outside. They are also users. They are users or organization outside the executive arm of the public entity who use public sector accounting information. Dis group comprises the National Assembly, or your senators and your honourables. Members of the public, me I dey here now, the members of the public, you wey dey read am sef, you be member of the public. Government, apart from the ones rendering the report, dats other government wey no dey inside your country at all. Government, other government. Then we have foreign countries. We have foreign financial institutions such as IMF, World Bank, Department of International Development, United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF. The creditors, those wey dey borrow people money, both local and foreign. Shey dey flow? Researchers, political parties, but dem be the external, dem say dem be external sha. Trade union, NLC, TUC, civil liberty organization, human right people sef dem dey. But e get some human rights organization wey be say dem go dey carry government go court, say government spend dis amount, the thing no reflect for the constitution, abi wetin dem dey call am, for the budget. Make court tell the president, make e tell the whole world how e take mismanage or manage so billion. Dem dey there. Civil liberty organization, na dem. Those are the external users. So let's go to the importance of public sector accounting information to users. Why dis thing dey very necessary to users? The internal users require accounting information in order to ascertain the various levels of regulatory compliance and whether actual expenditure is in accordance with the budget, and to ascertain whether or not adequate safeguards are available for the protection of public resources. You don hear am, make I no too talk. On the other hand, the external users require accounting information to ascertain financial viability of the public sector organization, efficiency and effectiveness of management. Both the internal and external user want to know whether the accounting information enhance quality, consis ten cy and transparency of public sector financial reporting. So make we talk about the constitutional and regulatory framework of public sector council. Wetin constitution sef talk? Wetin be the laws wey guide or back some of dis action wey some of our executive branch dey do? Make we know. I no go read everything finish but I go explain. The Nigerian constitution, the 1999 constitution as amended, dey say na im be the main legal framework that regulate the receipt and disbursement of public funds. Na im dey regulate the framework. The framework na the setup, the design, the architecture, na im dem dey call framework o. And regulate be sey e dey modulate the thing, e dey give caution, e dey say oya pause, no too go too fast, oya go far, calm down, relax. Na so be regulation. The receipt say as you dey collect, disbursement as you dey expense, dey spend am on public funds. Public funds na all our money o. My money, your money, everybody money, na im dem dey call public funds. The section of the constitution quoted below are authorities or receipts and payment procedures of government, the allocation of revenue, the audit of the public account and other financial matters. Some specific section of the 1999 constitution and the provisions are listed below. I no go fit read everything o my guys, just wait small. Section 80 and 120, establishment of the consolidated revenue funds. Section 81 and 121, authorization of expenditure from the consolidated revenue fund. Section 82 and 122, authorization of the expenditure in default of appropriation. Section 83 and 123, establishment of the contingency fund. So you dey read am like that, just try map out some of your points wey dey there. Program na see am. So we have the B part. After the 1999 constitution as amended, we have that one na A, this one na B. Finance Control and Management Act of 1958, Laws of the Federation 2004. This governs the management and operations of government funds. So if you wan know as government suppose manage and run the money wey dey their hand, na dis law, Finance Control and Management Act of 1958, Cap F 26, Law of the Federation. That's the law in charge of it. It regulates the accounting system, the books of account to be kept, and the procedures to be followed in the preparation of accounts and financial statements. Some specific sections of the act and their provisions are listed below. Legislative control and management of public finance. Minister's instructions to be compiled with the power to inspect. Management of consolidated revenue funds. Authorized issues from the consolidated revenue fund. Erroneous receipts, losses, authorization of investment, gbogbo ẹ̀ like that. Annual account of all funds, gbogbo ẹ̀ e dey there. The C, allocation of revenue, federation account. When dem talk of revenue, we talk of the federation account. Act 1982, Cap A15, Law of Federation 2004. This act prescribe the basis for distribution of revenue accruing to the federation account between the federal, states and local government, the formula for distribution among the states, the proportion of the total revenue of each state to be contributed to the state joint local government account, and for the purposes connected therein. Some specific section of the act and their provisions are listed below. Make I explain this one. Now we have allocation of revenue, federation account. Now the allocation of revenue be say dis account dey say e dey prescribed the basis of the distribution. Now all their revenue wey government don make, the income wey government don gather, e get where dem go gather the income, and where dem gather am is called the federation account. It is called a contributory pool. Dem don gather the money put am. Now e come get law wey dem create from the constitution called allocation of revenue. Dat law, the thing wey the law go do is strictly distribution of revenue according to federation account between the federal, state and so dem go divide all dat money between federal, state and local government. But e get formula wey dem dey use. No be say oya federal say make we divide am by 3, lai no be so. E get the formula wey federal go use take im own share, formula wey state go use take im own share, formula wey local government go use take im own share. Na im dem dey talk. Dem say the proportion of the total revenue of each state to be distributed to the state joint local government account. State get and local government dey join their account together. And that's where wahala dey till tomorrow. Me I no talk pass dat one sha, make una mouth na here. No write dat one for your exam o. No write say you get wahala, write other thing. So section 1, distribution of the federation account. Section 2, formula for distribution between the federal and state government. Section 3, formula for the distribution between local government. Section 4, proportion of revenue to be paid by each state to the joint local government account. You read the remaining again. So we have financial regulation 2009. The financial regulations are powerful control tools. These are powerful control tools.